Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Let's take another look here at XRP and see what's going on. This is actually looking very, very positive. You probably already know this by now, but we have an awesome ascending trend line here. We've got a key level resistance we may soon retest, and I'm curious about liquidation levels. Let's go ahead and take a look at that as well. So if you are new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I would love to teach you how to become a better trader though. So if you want, CryptoCache.tech is a site linked down below where you can register to become a better trader. Again, we've got a pretty awesome community out there as well, so check that out in your own time. We do have a Trading Academy community and signals group, and just a quick little heads up, and thank you to my members here. Took some nice profits from a Bitcoin short, 20%, Solana short, 22%, Near Protocol short, 29%. So again, just a decent profitable week this week for us. Definitely been good. Slow and steady wins the race, folks. If you want like a lot of consistent profits, maybe check out our Premium Plus group. Those are day trades. That's an automated trading bot with my strategy. But for the most part here and now, I think we want to focus on the back end data and kind of see what we're going on here. So a lot of liquidation on the upside and downside. Let's talk about that. First of all, 64 to 66 cents is that next area that could get swept. These are some late shorts, of course. It makes sense that they're shorting. It seems sensible because, again, we're looking at somewhat of a double top. Okay, so double top patterns, if you're not familiar with this, they have a tendency of doing very well. Let's see here. I think the percentage is in the 70s or 80s, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Where are we going here? There's triple top. There we go. Double top. 75% is the average success rate for that. So again, 3 out of 4 times you're going to find success shorting the top if you have a double top. That's exactly why cup and handle patterns work, right? Because it comes up and then it'll eventually retest after performing a bull flag and then break through for the third attempt, right? So the second attempt in most cases for support and resistance levels generally fails. Having said that, we're coming up on a double top, so there's that. We also have a bit of a rising wedge here too, if you want to just kind of get a little crazy with the charts here. We can kind of see that we are looking at a potential rising wedge where the price action inevitably breaks down, bearish backtest of the ascending trend line, and pulls back lower. That's generally what we're going to be looking for. So anyways, just some chart pattern stuff to kind of think about as to why people are shorting the top. It makes sense. If we take a look here, of course, there's definitely some liquidation there. That is roughly about $500 million, 581 million in liquidation, and that is just on Binance alone, by the way. And those are short positions at about 64 to 64 and a half cents. If we look down below, though, keep this in mind, a magnificent amount of liquidation, 600, 580, 600. So we're talking maybe some in the range of $2 to $3 billion in liquidation between 50 and 55 cents. Now, do I just take a short to that level because that exists? No, those are successful longs. They're long for a reason because they've been taking, they've been buying those dips and they've been taking those longs. A lot of it's a fundamental catalyst that pushes us here because of CME and all that. But generally speaking, those are all things that what goes up must come down. So you got to recognize that just because XRP is bullish doesn't mean it isn't going to stop. Right? There are always some periods of retracement. We saw that here as well with this massive candle and, of course, a slight relief rally over the last 7 days. So let's look at a few things. Now that we kind of understand the foundation of what's going on, let's look at the moving averages. Let's confirm that we're truly bullish. Most coins are still above all moving averages on the daily. This is a good sign. Generally speaking, that's very favorable. We can also see stochastic RSI swinging up for the second time. Here, this is actually a very good sign to the upside, implying that we have good momentum, more likely to break this resistance level when it happens. We're also coming up on 70 in the RSI. That's generally considered as a resistance. So until we break above that, we can presume it'll work as a resistance. So that does reaffirm that 64 cents is that level of that point of contention. Getting through that would allow for us to see XRP surge. So all good things here on the daily time frame for the most part, minus overextension to that resistance level. And there's just a general consensus here that there's a lot of liquidation to the upside. But as you can see here, we came up to a 9 on TD sequential. We've been consolidating in this range between 58 and 64 cents. So this is just kind of standard stuff here. Looking at the 4-hour, let's quickly confirm we're above all moving averages. So it's a very, very good sign. So from a moving average standpoint, we're running concurrent with this ascending trend. Generally, you don't want to trade into that. Now, don't get me wrong, you can still find success here shorting this coin. It just depends on what kind of plans you have for this, right? Because again, generally has a lot of good momentum, establishing higher highs and higher lows. You want to kind of avoid that. But again, with Bitcoin likely to pull back, XRP would make sense for it to sweep that upper level liquidation and then to pull back after that. Okay, because again, we're coming up to retest that level. Once more, double tops high success rate. Rising wedge, not so much, but still you combine those together, that gives you a statistical probability of success. We also got rejected off this range at about 67 to 70 on the RSI, generally implying that we are getting close to a resistance. We can also see stochastic trying to swing up and MACD is converging, so those are generally favorable signs. So 4-hour time frame is for the most part bullish, okay? So I don't want you to get in your head that I am bearish on this coin at all. Not even close, but I do say and do think out loud here that this rising wedge plus the double top, there's a strong propensity for the price action to pull back soon. Is it going to sweep 64 cents before that happens? Possibly. Is it going to reject that at that level? Potentially come back down for a, somewhat of a flag pattern? There's also that possibility too. We could even see the price just kind of fizzle out, come back down, retest this level, and continue lower. I think that's a lower probability considering everything that's happening so far. But again, we can't rule it out because again, that's a possibility in the future. Last but not least, when you're taking a look here at the Ichimoku cloud, also confirming we have green lights on every front and that it would be ill-advised to consider a short position. Me personally, I would set an alert here for the 64 plus cent range to consider a short. That's probably a good consideration there based on the simple fact that that is an area of liquidation and a lot of reasons why the price action will probably reject out at that level if it comes up that high. A lot of this hinges on Bitcoin though, because again, folks, Bitcoin can rally back up to 67K, break through that level. I think XRP will probably surge to that range. Between now and then, if Bitcoin does retrace, there's a solid chance we're going to see XRP pull back because XRP is one of the few successful coins today here so far. And generally, those kind of coins have a tendency of retracing first because they're profitable. So again, there's that too. All right, so again, in summary, this heavy concentration liquidation, the upside makes sense for that to be swept. But also keep in mind there's a tremendous amount below the price action as low as 54 to 50 cents. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but we break this ascending pattern, then I think we're going to be in a position to consider that as a target. So I'm going to go ahead and post this on our playout charts in our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Generally, I like to put this little X here on the chart to kind of clarify that we need to be below the ascending trend line, bearish backtest there, and preferably be in this position at about 60 cents. As a rough estimate to be able to short successfully. Not that you can't find success shorting the top right now, again, statistical probability, but everything else is telling us it wants to go higher. So once more, let it go higher first and then short, or wait for a better short with confirmation. And then tertiary to that, maybe consider a long position once the levels of liquidation have been swept between 54 and 56. Once more, a lot of different schools of thought here, but that's just kind of where we're at there. That's my unbiased opinion, and I hope that you appreciate it. And if you have a biased opinion, maybe comment below. I'd love to hear it. It's kind of funny to read nonsensical stuff in the mornings. Again, just depends on who you are and what you plan to do, but I do want to say thank you for watching. Hope you learned something today. You do want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site. Link down below. At the very least, jump over to our Discord and get to know our community. We got an awesome group here, and we trade and have a lot of fun. And once again, our Premium Plus group, fairly successful here recently, minus a Solana stop loss there. We can see Cardano doing well. We come through here, Solana, Cardano, basically taking a lot of there. There we go, there's an XRP trade, 6% in 4 hours. Again, that is one of our day trading bots for that. All right, folks, thanks again so much for your time. Oh, last but not least, I like to mention this because they are a phenomenal exchange, excellent rewards. Use my link to register. Highly recommend them because they've been a great asset to our community. No KYC or VPN required. Link down below for my Canadian and American citizens, so to speak. I think you would find great benefit utilizing them. So check them out. Let me know what you think. Appreciate your time either way. Hope you have a good one. We'll see you soon.